Welcome one, welcome all. This is the situation that we're faced with. This is our current farm, and I'm not happy with it because it's just a little bit too cramped and crowded. As you may or may not know, we also have a sort of resource refinery factory thing. The problem is that I'm not able to make a decision on how I want things to look and where I want things to go. So as a result of that, not a lot is getting done. It's all getting a little bit happy. I have in my head that I want to do one thing and then I get kind of distracted and go, ooh, look at the shiny, let's do it a different way. In the end, nothing actually gets done, which is just typical, really. So the plan today is going to be a little bit of a, not a frustrating one, but I need to do some things to get some things done. Number one, I need to get a glue clam thing. I just need it. The auto-processing malarkey for the glue clam is what we need. I need glue constantly, and I'm always going into the sea to get it. Whereas if we just actually got the glue clam bot, focused on getting it, future self is going to be much more thankful for us. The problem that we do have is the resources it requires. It needs level 3 metal block. It needs armored glass component kits, but we also need to connect it to a battery container. The battery container is not a problem, but also, ooh, I was going to say it's also quite resource heavy. It's kind of not. We're actually nearly there. So we could run up some metal 2 blocks because we're able to do that, right? No, because we need water. So that's what we got the little truck for. Hopefully you've got water and you do. So we'll rob that. So let's get started with that. Once we get that battery container, we're going to be fine and dandy with that. And I've just noticed that doing so has just run out of Ember. Now, Ember, we can make Ember just out of a load of wood and some chemicals. I haven't found a chemicals plant yet. I've been really lucky that the heads or some head or something has been giving me chemicals every time we've been recycling that. So, though I haven't found chemicals for a chemicals pond, I also haven't needed it. Does this actually work? I don't think it does. So there goes that plan anyway, but might as well try and get as much of this Ember as we can. Just because it's here, it's free. We don't have to worry about crafting it or anything like that. Also, I would like to hope by the end of this episode, I can at least get a usable resource vehicle. And I was thinking about this, and again, as you would, I really like the way of making some sort of resource factory so that I could just turn up and drop off the resource collector and just let it harvest, let it refine while I go and do stuff. But there's a lot of why to that, and why to that at this stage in the game is there isn't really a why to it. I like to do this sort of stuff sort of mid to late game when it's like an extra little bit of something to do. But realistically, I'm not in the resource position to do that yet. I'm kind of always struggling for metal and stuff, so it would make sense to actually have a vehicle that can actually do something and use it and be productive with it. And then when we get into a better situation, then we can worry about all the funky stuff to make it look like a factory and give it some weird ability and stuff like that. So priorities: blue clams, yay, and a mining vehicle just to gather resources. So all of this will be going eventually. Whether I do it today or later on, I don't know. But yeah, just a heads up, it is all going to be going while I work on other things. Question: can spuds knock down ember trees? Because it is a projectile. Yes, it can. Wow. So anything that produces a projectile can knock down these trees. We could make a really cool over-the-top ember harvester just by using the guns. Save that for a rainy day, but it's already raining. Look. How's the farm looking? Is there somebody hitting my truck again? Do I see somebody? You here? Nope. Just heard him. There he is. We love these guys because their little blue heads give us glue. Oh, he didn't drop his head. Oh. How's farm looking? Farm's still bouncing up and down, so does that mean somebody's attacking? Somebody's hitting. Look at you, you cheeky thing, getting just out of range. Oh, goody. And then we'll let the spud gun do his thing on him. Okay. And he drops us a nice battery that we can then recycle, if you like. We'll put it in here. Right, this thing. We might as well kind of fluff around with this as it is at the minute. So what have we actually got here? We've got a few wheels and stuff. Yeah. Is that going to work? So similar to like what it is here. Do I have any pipe pieces? Yes, but none of the ones that I want. I wanted a T piece. That's typical. Do I have T pieces on here? Yes. Right, so one thing that we do know is probably grab all the fuel out of here because I don't actually know how this works. But we can go in here, delete this, and get it all into our inventory, can't we? Yes. I want a thing, and we've got a trike seat, so we want an odd width here. That's the kind of middle. A couple of bearings on here. So this is going to be like a little cutting arm, I guess. I got 4 chunky wheels. I can do with 4 little wheels, of course. Then they go on here. So that basically, I'll just rough this out for you guys so you can kind of be in my head a little bit. We're going to have, this will be a little bit longer, but roughly, the idea is to be something kind of like this. Right, so then when it's down, this is free floating bearings. Boom, this is here. Grab another T, I do. Become longer, or just T? Just T? Then we get all of these and we stick these all on here. Then that will allow us to go up some hilly stuff, and this will just go up and nibble into the rocks. Nice. Something like that. Roughly. So front wheel drive, rear wheel steer, and see how we get on. Turn the engine up. That works. It doesn't seem to be glitching into anything, so that works so far anyway. Still wants to roll a little bit, but that's just part of the problem, I guess. So a little bit fat, so I can't get out here now. And what wheels are rubbing. There we go. And then, unfortunately, we're going to get rid of all of this. We'll see you again in a later date, I'm sure. I know a lot of people put their refinery on their harvesting machine, and I guess it makes sense. It does make sense. We are looking at getting this glue clam. Let's not get distracted today. Let's not get distracted. What were we needing for it? We were working on glass, weren't we? We were working towards glass. And I can build 40 of these, and I need 50. Awesome, 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 awesome. And what do I need? I just need Ember. Cool. Might as well make an Ember while we're here then. Bosh. And then we got to go glue diving because we need to get some... I need 5 shells. I also do need some batteries as well. I haven't actually looked at the inventory thing to see if there's any batteries there. We'll get these 5. When do we start getting really horrendous bots as well turning up for a farm raid, by the way? Anybody know? It's currently level 5 crop value of 58. I'll be interested to know when it all starts to go a little bit squiffy. We should have done this a long time ago, I feel. Get this, and then... what would you be under? If we had any. We don't have any batteries. In order to craft batteries, though, it's a few things in it. We can either do it with the glow poop or oranges. I somehow have enough to do that to get 5. I can get 10 batteries. Blue clam batteries. Oh my days, he's a sizable fella. I mean, that's still on the same floor as that, isn't it? It is. Easy. Glue Clam doing his thing. And then we'll just get glue, I guess. I don't know how long it will take. I don't know much about that, to be fair. It's just going to be a process that's going to give us glue over a period of time. Automatically produces glue clams over time. It says and a switch to it. I don't know why you'd need a switch to it, but... Okay, so the switch just turns it off and on. That's not too much of an issue. So we'll just let him chill. And then in theory... Yeah, we can just make glue. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, should I say. Let's go get some crop. Metal. Metal? Metal. So we did have metal out here at one point. That doesn't seem to be here anymore. You know what though? Do you see how there's a massive lack of bushes around here in a big open space where all these trees are currently? I'm having a thing. Yeah, that's what kind of was worried would happen, actually. I don't have the controller on me now. I was going to say hook it up to the controller just so they're always spinning so I don't have to ram into stuff. Probably an option. Or we just get more cutting discs. More cutting devicey thing. Being big enough to drive over the top of stuff actually works though. Whether or not I'm supposed to be tall enough to go over, I don't know, but it works. Do you see what I'm saying though? Like this big area here has none of those little bushes that are just annoying and get through your base. I know we're a little bit away from resources and stuff, water and well, just water really, but it's nice to have a big bit of flat land that doesn't necessarily have anything here that we have to pretend doesn't exist, that we can't get rid of. It is quite a size, really. Should we maybe move? Is movement on the cards? Then I can sort of start afresh with the farm and everything and not have to worry about redesigning stuff. I'm not a million miles away from the trader either. I wonder how difficult it'd be to automate a few things. Because that's the other thing that I am thinking. Obviously with the farm and those farm boxes being how they are, maybe we can move the whole thing towards the packaging station. It wouldn't take much to move all the base at the minute anyway. There's not an awful lot. It's just that one building that looks like it's got a lot of stuff in it. I guarantee it hasn't got as much as it would seem that it's got. Wood is okay. It doesn't really offer an awful lot. It's just wood at the end of the day. It's not like it's strong or anything like that. But it's a really easily accessible resource. I'm just going to say it. We're going to move. Screw it. We are going to move. We don't need an awful lot looking at all this sort of stuff. So what I've got here is enough to move. We're going to move over to there where I was saying. And we're going to start by building an actual base, shall we say. But all these little bushes, you see all these, like these trees here and this sort of stuff, they're not the most fun to try and work around all the time. But definitely over here, look at this space. Big old square chunk over here that's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we could almost like... I mean, yeah, we're going to have neighbours that aren't going to be very happy with us. That's a given. But this is what I'm thinking. This is why I got this level 3. So with the level 3, I'm thinking it needs to be, what, 4 blocks high? Now, this isn't going to go very far, I'm aware. Probably Could bring this even further this way, just so that we're like right on the edge of our laying area. Let's go 3 blocks for now. Yeah, I like this because we can make this massive. We can have an actual perimeter fence and... Oh, it's tiny. I thought that was way bigger than it was. Okay, so I would like a lot more metal level 3 because I definitely need a base. The rest can be wood for now till we get blown up. So I've got to keep that in mind and sort of keep stuff off of the walls, or at least out of the way in case we get a red knock in. And if a red knocks and it blows us up, then we're really stuffed. It also seems I need to grow more stuff other than just beets at this point. Beets and tomatoes. I don't have any tomatoes left either. But we need to be running higher tier crops. I've been holding off because it's like I'm not ready yet. My defenses aren't ready yet. I've got to actually focus on getting stuff. That's what the resource thing's all about, really. See what we can actually bring in resource-wise. It just feels cleaner over here. Or at least it will do once we've freed up the area. The next problem is the farm, right? I'm going to build a farm here. Which direction am I going to get raided from? If I have the farm connected to the building, which direction is it better to have the farm? Is it better to have the farm out this side? Is it better to farm where I built the wall? I think stuff wants to come out of the forest, and especially probably from the ruins. Just don't really know. I'd also like better protection than what I've got at the minute. What I've got at the minute works. It's simple enough. I feel, actually, thinking about it, if the unit facer only draws on power from the batteries when it's being used, right? When it's moving the bearings and stuff. There's potential room that we can get a couple of unit faces so we can control a couple of the guns rather than just having it as it is and one thing that constantly loops around. We could have a, like I've said before, we could have a couple, one at one of each corner, so it sees down 2 lengths. Would it do that though? Let's do this then. A nice little farm plot using level 3 as the outline and a wall for it. We'll basically bring down what we've got. So we've got the squish plate. Do I want the little drone? If I make the squish plate right, we shouldn't need the drone because it's going to have a level 3 wall to protect it. Level 3 metal around the farm. So if we bring this literally as is, so we get a load of this wood. Okay. And if we make it kind of where we are, really. Here's what I'm also thinking. I'm going to build... Well, it's like a bit of base, but not quite base as such. How much level 3 have I got? 160 odd. So this is going to be... Sort of base is going to be here. And here. So that I can basically get rid of this. We'll have the squish plates not quite along the front, but at least along the farm edge. These 2 little edges. I worry about what attacks anywhere else when it comes to it. The reason why we've done this is so I can have a little bit of a building. Some would say a house, maybe. But ultimately, I would like to be able to run this off of pistons. Do I have soil? No. I'm just going to rob a little bit of soil here. Put a little bit of soil here. Then it's probably better if we come from this side. Doesn't need to be very high. Probably didn't need to be that metal either, but you know what? No, you're right. Let's swap this back to wood. Basically, what I'm looking to do is have one of these pistons. I might even just need 2 of these pistons. So it's one of these and one of these to push this. Just going to have this on it. I don't know if this is going to work though, because these, what's their limit on them? 15. Let's just see. Of course, we don't have any water. Do we? Oh, we got the wrong car with us as well. The other one's full. Yeah, I haven't made one of these systems using pistons for ages. So we came for some water. We're gonna go grow sensor again, right? Okay. And just for now, we'll go switch. Let's just ramp it all the way up. Ah, it's not going to work like that, is it? We've got to go free. Is it not able to detect? Well, I had no logic on me, so... Okay, next question is... So if we go out... See if we go out 4, right? We go out 4, we go out 14. We go out 8, and then we come back to 0. And then we go out 12. And then 14. Yeah. See where that takes us. Almost perfectly to where we want it to be. So that's out. And then if we need to go across, we come back. And then we pull that out. Blue? No? No blue? Maybe we should have this. Walled. At least a little. And then we can have like a metal doorway. We can fit through there, can't we? Little cells. Yeah, fit through there. Bump, bump, bump. I take out all the bottom row here. Okay, I was going to say that will just pop off and not be connected to anything. What is it connected to? There. There we go. Oh, that was only this little bit, right? That was the whole lot. Hey, wowzers. I don't have enough room in my inventory to do that. Do I have another chest? Yes, I've got another chest right there. Get rid of things that don't stack. I really thought that sensors would stack. Other logic stack, but sensors don't. Neither do pistons. Well, there you go. You remember something new. Cool, right. Now we should be able to delete this. Because we've got loads of room. Hey, there we go. We've got concrete as well now. Cool. So much easier. So much easier. Wow, look at all the space that we got now. There we go. So now we can just zoom a truck around, pick up all the bits, all the loose ends, all the odds and sods as they were. Drone's just chilling just because he can. Super. I kind of need to be aware of this plant on the side of this truck now, though. So we'll take this with us. It's regrowing something new every time, isn't it? Yeah, and it's just hit itself with fertilizer. A little spring cleaning. My days, that's a lot of legs. Oop, got the drone off. Ooh. Wash the what, probably? Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do we have a durability? Oh, it's only 2. Ooh. I was gonna see if we could cheese the durability. I remember somebody put a suggestion up. It was like, why don't you just put like a plate above the concrete squish plate, so when it goes up, it slams them upwards, which would also work, to be fair. It's like up here, so they get crunch going up. That would totally work. That would totally, totally work. And let's say we only need it to be like 1 long. Because if it doesn't work, it should push them off. That's all I'm really worried about. Bothered about. Just getting them off the top. So if we're out here. As long as it doesn't push them over the top of the farm, which is probable. But then you hit this, your little bot comes, la 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 la, jumps up on top and goes, squishes his head. We would have done. Had the bar been in. The bar wasn't in yet, so he didn't. But he will. There we go. So you hit this, they go down, they go up, they get squished. They shouldn't get into the farm, because this is going to have a building here, which is probably going to need to be metal. I've gone wood there. So. I mean, I suppose we could just rough it all out for the meantime. Big old square that's going to have all sorts of stuff inside it. Same this side. Big old square, all sorts of stuff inside it. And just ramp this up with all the wood that we've currently got carrying around in the backpack. This mechanic's strong, you know, when you think about all these materials that he's just carrying around in his back pocket. Can I cannonball through the window? Not quite. So that'd be my way in. So I don't really want to have a doorway yet. Do I have the mechanics to make a door, though? I've got 2 bearings. I have a controller. Yes. Do I have a normal controller, like just a little level something of a controller? It seems a bit of a muchly to use a level 5 controller for all of this. Okay, it might actually be what we have to do though, so. Also, we're going to put that straight back down. We're going to go into the side of the building because it's going to allow us to have a bigger doorway. How wide is this thing? Absolutely ginormous. Is that better? Not really. Oh, yeah. Oh. Less than ideal, so... Gonna be one great big door. I need to do that in a great big strip, don't I? Can I build it on a... this? You gonna let me do this? Yeah, it is. Oh. I mean, it's a bit huge, but you get the idea. It's a door. It does what doors do. It's just to make sure that I've got something somewhat secure to get in. This is going to slam like hell in it. Boom. Yeah, thank you. And then we're going to put this button in here. Just for now. Just so that we have a way in. And a way out. Classic. Yeah. Get over. And we can just boom. Sorted. Run over here. And plant some croppies. We're going to have to hope for the best, obviously, because we don't actually have any other backup defense other than Monsieur. So it could get very, very tasty. Not in a good way. Should also... Yep, great one. Get up. No, get up. No. Well, that'll do. I'll get up from here. Yeah, so if I have like that to be the garage and this to be like the... like almost house kind of area. At the minute, I'm not sure how Scrap Mechanic enjoys big buildings. So I sort of... I almost don't want to have a big building as such. It's going to be. It will be, because I'm going to connect and go above. It's totally going to be sizable. Yeah. Okay. Not a problem. I'm thinking storage goes up, craft bot, and that cool little bot that lets us sort through the inventory that we've got in the storage containers. That stays down here, so I can like look at it through here, but then all the storage and stuff gets pumped up top. So this fella, he's coming downstairs. So he's in the downstairs room. Look at that bounce on that. This fella is also coming downstairs. Oh, okay, that goes in the inventory. That's even better. Sweet. Just open the back doors. Where did that go in there? I didn't put that there. I mean, I'll take it, but I didn't put it there. Take these. Take. Okay, that goes in the inventory too. Ooh. Actually going to be easier to move than I thought it was going to be. I wonder then. I put that through there. Will it fit? Ah, could you imagine? Just post it in. Put it there though. You know, fit a whole building's worth of stuff. Object is busy because it's got filters, cool. And then that should be able to go on top of that. There we go. Ooh, look at the squat in that. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Oh, look at his little knee. Dressing. There's all the blocks. We don't have room. How about now? Yay! How about now? It's done. And then all that's left is this, and then that's everything moved. That's kind of cool. Can I fit it on here as well? The suspension is going to be screaming. Oop. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm stuck on something. There we go. We kind of keep the weight over the front. Oh my days. Look at the suspension on the back. It's crying. I'm also stuck. Okay. I was going to get it out and try and stiffen the suspension on the back, but totally needs it as well. Well, it's not very happy. Can we... That'll be fine. Well, how heavy is that refine bot? Oh, wowzers. It was the back door that was actually keeping it up. I do need to put this balance in the middle. Okay, whatever. I mean, we're stable. But we're slow AF. That's better. A little bit more grunt. So we're moving, but we're not moving far. I should have been here. However, looks like it's worked. Apart from the hay bar at the back, but the majority of it seems to have done what I was hoping it would do. And this fella attacking the corner post, but the rest of it, oh no, seems to have been fine. Hay-bot's run off. He's running around in a circle. I don't have any spuds on me. Nope. Damage is done. I have to hammer this fella, aren't I? Is this a fight that I can win? I don't have a spawn bed. I realised that I didn't have a spawn bed a little bit too late. That could have been disastrous. But cool. Get this door open and get us in. There we go. Easy. Can I cover the craftbot's head up? Is that unfair? No, it is not unfair. It is something that I can do. Not the nicest thing, but also meaning that he's not just randomly poking through the floor. It's not exactly ideal to need the offset in the first place, but if you're going to have an offset, at least have it so it's somewhat hidden. There we go, our first loot this far into the game. I know what you're all thinking. How did you get this far and only just have a loot now? Well, I don't have an answer for you, but yeah. Sweet home Alabama. We're already starting. Already starting as we need to go on. Pretty good. We're getting raided. Shut the door. Right, so he's just breaking through the back. Okay. We just really broke. Ooh, so they're breaking through the metal level 1s as well. Okie dokie. Not as secure as I first thought. I guess that's what you get. We are just going to have to pile through for metal, aren't we? Metal block level 2 it probably is then. Damn. I have to put strips or something in the building so that it's somewhat protected. I think it'd have to be something like that. All the way around, just to kind of make sure that it's sort of secure. Well, it is what it is. I would rather it be secure than it be destroyed. All the wood can get destroyed inside, but it's not particularly a big deal. As long as we've got like a strip of level 2 that's still intact to kind of hold it all together. Farm works as much as we want it to work, need it to work, whatever. We've still got glue clam to fit around somewhere as well. I agree, right? The glue clam that way is less than ideal, but right now, kind of the only option that I've got. So I think that is everything now. Yeah, that is everything. So I just have to get this vehicle, can't get out here. And this is where we are. This is where we are. I've got a little bit of door. Well, I've got a little bit of a back door now to get in and out. We've moved everything, actually. We've moved everything other than the drone. So the idea is potentially go forwards. This little bit of a farm is just going to hold us for now. I've got all this space in front of me where I can expand to. And there we have it, guys. We have moved. It doesn't really look like anything right now. I accept that. The way that I'm feeling about it, though, is we've got space to expand. Everything's all under one roof. We have moved already. The only thing that hasn't moved is the drone. We've got plenty, like I say, plenty of room to expand. We've got all this space out front. And in all fairness, we've got all the space behind and around us. So we can bring the farm in any direction we see fit, as well as keeping it nice and close to us. The building has also got the ability to grow and expand. As you see, we've only got one vehicle in there at the minute. And it's not going to be big enough for that and the other stuff. So there's lots of room for wiggling, lots of potential. I need to strengthen it up a little bit better, though. It's currently quite weak, but should be able to get on with this. Should be fine. Hope to see you guys again next time. You take it easy. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.